My dear students, I welcome you all to study a new chapter from the textbook First Flight, chapter number 7, Glimpses of India. There are 3 parts in this topic. Today we are going to discuss about the first part, a baker from Goa. A Baker from Goa, written by Professor Lucio Rodriguez. About the author, this author Lucio Rodriguez was born in the year 1916, died in the year 1973, was a great Konkani essayist. He wrote several articles in English and Konkani to various periodicals and magazines. He served as a visiting professor of folklore at many universities and also as a professor of English in Mumbai and Goa. This lesson is a pen portrait of a traditional Goan village baker who still has an important place in his society. Pen portrait. Portrait, the name of the meaning of this word portrait is drawing. Now here the writer has described about a traditional Goan village baker. This is the first line. Our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgically, meaning of this word thinking fondly of the past, about those good old Portuguese days, the Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. Now, this author is talking about his elders, forefathers. Here, old Portuguese days, about those good old Portuguese days. Now, the topic is a baker from Goa. Goa was under the control of Portugal rule. Portuguese people, they ruled. So here, in this topic, we are going to see about wonderful places and wonderful things which are in India. So that this topic is Glimpses of India. So this first line says that Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. So bread, bakery items. So these Portuguese people, they brought their ideas and their things in the bakery, and actually the related to the bread items and bakery items, these people are the first people, they did a great achievement in those days. They are the beginners in this field in India. So Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. So they are the people who did this type of work. They brought to India. Here we still have amongst us the mixtures, molders, and those who bake the loaves. Yeah, we have, and in our city there are many bakeries, and we can see mixtures, molders, and those who bake the loaves. Those age-old, time-tested furnaces still exist in India, particularly in Goa. The fire in the furnace has not yet been extinguished. The fire is not put off. Still, the work is alive. The making of bread is flourishing. So those age-old, time-tested furnaces, so they brought, Portuguese people, they brought this type of things, and now still it exists. So here, the third jingle of the old traditional baker's bamboo heralding here the meaning of the word heralding, announcing his arrival in the morning, can still be heard in some places. So the person who is selling the bakery items, the thud and the jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo. So here we can see that he has the basket and bamboo stick. So the thud and the jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo, this sound, and that is the announcement of his arrival in the morning time. So maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on the family profession. If father dies, his son takes that and he does that profession. It has become a family profession. These bakers are even today known as pader. Here, baker in Portuguese language in Goa. If the father is not alive, son still carries on the family profession, and the bakers are still alive. They are known as pader in Goa. Now, during our childhood in Goa, this author writes, he recollects his past memory. So when he was a small boy, now he collects his past experience. Now he writes here, during our childhood in Goa, the baker used to be our friend, companion and guide. He used to come at least twice a day. So now this author has experienced the friendship of this type of people. Baker used to be our friend, companion and guide. So now the author says that the baker used to come at least twice a day, 2 times in a day. One thing is, when he set out in the morning on his selling round, so when he starts to go for his business the morning time, and next one, when he returned after emptying his huge basket, in the beginning morning, he took bread and all the bakery items in the basket, and he goes and he sails. In the evening time, he emptied that huge basket. People are interested, they bought, so the basket has become empty. He returns. This is second in the evening. Jingling thud of his bamboo woke us up from sleep, and we ran to meet and greet him. So now the author, he recollects the past memory, and he says that when we were in a small boys, when we were small children, we used to have this experience. The sound, the jingling thud of his bamboo woke us from sleep. Though we were sleeping, the sound would wake us, and we ran to meet and greet him. Why? Why was it so? Now the author himself asked the question. Was it for the love of the loaf? Not at all. He says the answer, not at all. So what is the reason? The loaves were bought by some Baskin or Bastin, the maid servant of the house. Loaves were bought by some Bastin. Baskin or Bastin is the maid servant of the house. So what is the reason? What we longed for were those bread bangles which we chose carefully. Bread bangles. Sometimes it was sweet bread of special make. So what is a bread bangle? So Konkan, that literally translate to the bangle. In Konkani, the language, is a distinctive ring-shaped bread that is popular all over Goa in the time. This is the image of that bread bangle. So for this, the children, now author recollects his past memory, and he says that for buying bread bangles, we were attracted to the pader, the baker. The baker made his musical entry on the scene with jung, jung, the sound of his specially made bamboo staff, here bamboo stick. Jung, jung, this sound, the baker made his musical entry on the scene. When they heard this sound, even they were sleeping, the sound woke them up from the sleep. the sound of his specially made bamboo stick. Now, one hand supported the author, he describes that scene, the baker and the bamboo stick and the basket. One hand supported the basket on his head. On the other banged the bamboo on the ground. One hand supported the basket on his head, and the other banged the bamboo on the ground. He would greet the lady of the house with good morning. What is that? Good morning. And then place his basket on the vertical bamboo. He will keep on the vertical bamboo. So what is the scene? Wonderful scene. We kids, now the author says that when we were small children, those time we were kids, we would be pushed aside with a mild rebuke. You move, some mild rebuke comes from the baker. The rebuke, meaning of the word, an expression of disapproval, a scolding. And the loaves would be delivered to the servant. The loaves, that baker would be selling the loaves to the servant. The children will be very interested to get the bread bangles. We would not give up. We would climb a bench or the parapet, the meaning of the word, a low protective wall along the edge of a roof, bridge, or balcony. Peep into the basket somehow. I can still recall the typical fragrance. The author says that. I can remember that. Typical fragrance. That is a special scent, special smell, aroma of those loaves. Loaves for the elders and the bangles for the children. We were interested to buy the bangles, and the elders were interested to buy breads, that's loaves of bread. The author, he expresses the taste, how they were not delayed. They were in hurry to get it. Now the author writes like it. Then we did not even care to brush our teeth or wash our mouth properly. We will not worry about this problem. And the author says, why should we? Who would take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush? And why was it necessary at all? Now they were in a hurry to get it, to taste that. The other says that why should we? Who would take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush? Because in those days they used to get a neem tree, stick from the neem tree, and mango leaf for the toothbrush. And why was it necessary at all? And he gives the reason: the tiger never brushed his teeth. Hot tea would wash and clean up everything so nicely after all. So that's enough. We were in a hurry to get it. The author expresses that feel. Now the author says, marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread, known as the bowl. Every marriages are meaningless without the sweet bread. Marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread. Just as a party or a feast loses its charm without bread. So even the party, feast, so that bread gave charm. Otherwise the party will lose its charm. Not enough can be said to show how important a baker can be for a village. So now the author says baker is very important for a village people. And this is the custom in the houses. Lady of the house must prepare sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement, cakes, bowling horse, that is Goan coconut cookies, are a must for Christmas as well as other festivals. Cakes, bowling horse, that is a Goan coconut cookies, are a must for Christmas as well as other festivals. These are all the things of bakery items. Thus, so to make these things, the presence of the baker's furnace in the village is absolutely essential for every event, for every festival, for every important functions in the family. That's very important. So the presence of the baker's furnace in the village is absolutely essential, the author says. The baker or bread seller, the dress code of them, actually those days they had a peculiar dress known as kabai. So this is a peculiar dress model. This is the kabai the baker is wearing. It was a single piece of long frog reaching down to the knees. It was a single piece of long frog reaching down to the knees. In our childhood, we saw bakers wearing a shirt, trousers, which were shorter than full-length ones and longer than half pants. Now, author, he recollects that appearance and the dress of the bakers. And the author says, in our childhood, we saw bakers wearing a shirt, trousers, which were shorter than full-length ones and longer than half pants. Shorter than full-length one, longer than half pants ones. That is a 3/4. Even today, anyone who wears a half pant which reaches just below the knees invites the comment. The other people, they will comment that he is dressed like a padder. That's a baker. When we come to think about the bill, how they collect the bill, the baker usually collected his bills at the end of the month. At the end of the month, and this is a very interesting fact, monthly accounts used to be recorded on some walls in pencil. Actually, many villages, village people, even if you go to the villages, you can see this type of things in the houses. Some houses, you can see the accounts of milk van and accounts of different things and phone numbers you can find in the wall, the village house. So here, this related to this baker accounts also were recorded on the wall with a pencil. Monthly accounts used to be recorded on some wall in pencil. Baking was indeed a profitable profession in the old days. Not only in the old days, but now in these days also, we can see it is profitable profession. The baker and his family, they were always happy, prosperous. They never feel hungry, never starved. The author says, he and his family, his servants, always looked happy, prosperous. This is a very wonderful profession. And the physical structure, how was that? Their plump physique, that is a pleasantly fat body, was an open testimony, the meaning of this public statement about a good character or quality. And when we look at their physical structure, we can see, yes, they are happy and they are prosperous, because pleasantly fat body, plump physique. And even today, any persons with a jackfruit like physical appearance is easily compared to a baker. So, till this, the author writes, finally, he gives the account of this baker. Even today, any persons with the jackfruit, what is that? Physical appearance. Physical appearance is easily compared to a baker. So far we have seen about a baker from Goa. Again, we will recollect all things which are in this lesson. We will revise the lesson. We will revise the lesson from the beginning. this lesson, The Baker from Goa, written by this author, Professor Lucio Rodriguez. This author, Lucio Rodriguez, was born in the year 1916, died in the year 1973. He was a great Konkani essayist. He wrote several articles in English and Konkani to various periodicals and magazines, and he was a visiting professor of folklore at many universities. He was also as a professor of English in Mumbai and Goa. And this lesson is a pen portrait of a traditional Goan village baker who still has an important place in his society. So the author starts this lesson with this account, and he recollects the information about his elder society, and he gives the information about the Portuguese people because they are the reason, they are the initiator of these type of things, and they are the famous people in the bakery things, their famous loaves of bread. And still we use mixers, molders, and those who bake the loaves. Those age-old, time-tested, now the author described about the furnaces, still it exists. And the appearance and the bamboo. Here the thud and the jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo, that sound which comes from that, it gives the arrival of the baker in the morning. So we can still hear in some places, the author says that. And it is like a family profession. A father dies and son takes that profession and do that. And we have studied about the author childhood days, because he too had a friend from baker family, and they used to come in the morning time and in the evening time. The jingling thud of the bamboo, the sound which comes from that, would wake them from the sleep. They were interested to get bread bangles because elders were interested for the loaves of bread, and the children were very interested to get bread bangles. Jang jang sound of a specially made bamboo stick is also a wonderful scene the author describes here. How they were very interested when he was a small boy, how the author and his friend were very interested to get the bread bangles. So now he expressed, they were not worried about brushing the teeth. They were eager to eat that. So they did not wash their mouth properly. And they gave a reason for that. The tiger never brushed his teeth. Hard he could wash and clean up everything so nicely. This author gives reason. So they were very interested in that. And another important information he gave, marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread known as the bowl. Not only the marriage, the party, feast, everything. The bread, very important item in that. And the baker is very important for the family. How the cakes and bowling house and bakery items were very important in the festival and their important functions in the family. The presence of a baker's furnace in the village is absolutely essential, very important, the author says that. The baker or the bread seller, the dress code of the baker, the dress code of the bread seller, it is given here. The name of the dress, what the author wears, that is kabai. The peculiar dress that is known as kabai. And it was a single piece, a long frog reaching down to the knees. Now this is the author dress code. It is given here. The bakers, they were wearing shirt and trousers. That trousers were shorter than full length ones and longer than half pants. So even now today, if anyone wears like below the knees, they get a comment from others, he is dressed like a peddler. So the baker usually collected his bill at the end of the month. A monthly accounts used to be recorded on some walls in the pencil in the village houses. We can see that. And really it is a profitable profession in the old days, not only in the old days and nowadays also. And this is baker and baker family. They were always happy. They looked happy and prosperous. His family and his servants. Their plump physique, that is a pleasantly fat body. That is the open testimony about, that is open testimony, the meaning of that public statement about character or a quality to this. And even today, if anyone with a jackfruit like a physical appearance is easily compared to a baker, and they are very happy people and they are very prosperous people. And from this lesson we have got very good information about Gogan village baker. From this lesson, a baker from Goa. My dear students, you read this lesson again and again. If you have any question, any doubt, please ask me. Your questions will be answered. Your doubt will be solved. So you please read it again and again and express your doubts. Ask me your questions. You will be clarified. Thank you so much, my dear students. Thank you so much.